よし、ちょっと準備中。準備中。えっと、オッケー。うん。はい。ああ、なるほど。じゃあ、やりますか。ブーツつけて。早いな。じゃあ、サクサク進めていきますかね。
Hey there. Believe we've met. I oversee delivery operations as well as maintenance and repairs. Nice to have you on board. I'm Mama, in case I didn't mention it before. Those there are strands. Not just used for packing, by the way, but for identification too. Take a closer look and you'll see. See the red there? That's your blood.
This case will remove any chiral matter still clinging to your suit. Speaking of suits, blue is for delivery personnel, red for medical, orange for corpse disposal, and black for security.
Sam, this is Deadman. I calibrated your BB based on physiological data we collected from you earlier. It's still just a best guess, though. After you take it out for a spin, we can check if you're in sync and tweak the BB sensitivity as needed.
Sam, Hartman here, researcher devoted to uncovering the secrets of the beaches and the Death Stranding, as well as those of dooms and repatriates. When you relieve yourself, a certain amount of chiral matter is flushed from your system. Chiral matter can adversely affect hormone secretion and nervous function. There's a correlation between exposure and the development of phobias, as well as, in extreme cases, violent and suicidal impulses. Chiralium contamination has even been postulated as a trigger for the onset of dooms. Allow me to collect a sample of your excretions for my studies. They provide a non-invasive means to monitor your exposure to chiralium and your overall health.
これで見なくちゃいけないもんあったか。
Well, have
Have you had a chance to think it over? Chock full of chiralium, but safe for you Dooms guys to wear. That's all you'll need to go forth and reconnect the world. To make us whole again.
I'm a porter. I don't care about connecting anything. Or making knots. But I'll do what I have to help Amelie out.
Listen up, Sam. The terminals Amelie's people built in the towns and cities they passed through on their journey west are called knots. The infrastructure's there, but the Cairo network is offline. Right now, it's only capable of transmitting voice communications. Sometimes wired, sometimes wireless, and a small amount of data. So, unless the necessary data stored on site, our chirograms won't show up. Amelie and the other Bridges members you've seen around the place are grams generated with local data. In case you didn't know. Anyway, all you've got to do is find the knot, connect your Cupid, and bring Cairo communications online. Once you connect it to the terminal, you'll be able to initiate zero-time massive data transmission with the UCA network. And just like that, you'll reconnect us not only to each other, but to our past. All the lost and fragmented junk data will be compiled and restored, like bringing a dinosaur back to life from a fossil. 4.6 billion years of history on Earth. All the wisdom and knowledge we lost since the Death Stranding will be ours again. And that, my friend, is how we'll beat this thing. Once you establish Cairo communications, generating grams won't be an issue. You'll also be able to use Cairo printers. Won't be long before we're able to send all kinds of things through the wire.
Except anything original. Or that's got a soul. Nothing real. Just copies.
True. Which is why we'll still need porters like you. Before and after we're made whole, we'll need men in the middle.
No rest for the wicked, huh?
Yeah, well, idle hands and all that. We'll give you the details at the dispatch terminal. Make sure you check it upstairs. Drop's waiting up there, too.
These shoes look like they've done some serious miles. Shall I dispose of them?
Wait. Hold on. There's something I want you to look into. My blood seemed to set those things off. Happened more than once.
Set them off? How do you mean?
I don't know. You took my blood, didn't you? You tell me.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Take care of him. I promise you. stay.
Sam, this is Di Hartman. Your current objective is to extend the chiral network from here to Port Knot City. But don't think you can make a beeline straight for it. Signal won't carry that far. To cover the distance, we need to utilize knots. Think of it like tying ropes together to make a longer rope. The first of these knots is a Bridges way station. Go ahead and take a look at the order. Deliver whatever they need, and connect the Cupid. The last void out in Central Knot City brought deliveries to a standstill. Until now. Your cargo for this run is a batch of smart drugs. Oxytocin, to be precise. Oxytocin is effective at reducing stress. So much so that some folks call it a love or happy hormone. Once you've completed the job, connect the way station to the network using the Cupid. Sam, order summaries may contain information critical to your success. Make sure to review them before getting underway. Sam, we've supplied you with some rope and a ladder for this run. They should help with the steeper inclines, and the ladder will also make a halfway decent bridge if you need to cross a river. Right now, I figure you're thinking about how you want to handle this order.
거래가 있으면 세팅가
Order assigned. Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
Sam, triple check your loadout, I take it? Sam, you see that sign someone left over there? You can leave some of your own keeping. Messages, warnings, words of encouragement, whatever comes to mind. Sam, even the best porters have been known to lose their cargo. You're better than the best. You've got what it takes to finish what they started. If you come across any abandoned shipments, consider taking them to their intended destination.
It's easier than you might think. See, all our packages are tagged with Bridges IDs for easy tracking. And your Oja deck is equipped with a scanner which might detect said IDs. Which is a roundabout way of saying that that thing on your shoulder can help you locate mislaid shipments.
person in need. And they're counting on you to deliver. Sam, remember that prolonged exposure to timefall damages cargo containers. Don't stay out in the rain any longer than you have to.
Couldn't drink another drop. Hey! 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 I'm Sam! you doing, Sam?
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Cargo verified. Thank you. Delivering cargo.
Thank you. We've all been feeling the loss of Central Knot City. No one seemed to know what it meant for the organization. Or the UCA. Or us. The oxytocin will take the edge off, and that'll be a big help. Won't be long before we're back on track. May have luck. This is great. Thank you again. Yeah, everything looks to be in good order. And soon our way station will be too, I hope. You're with the second team, right? Where are the others?
Dead. Caught in the void out.
No way. That one blast got them all? And what, they just sent you out on your own? I mean, if it was just a delivery, that'd be one thing. Porters come through from time to time, but... The second team was meant to bring the Cupid. They were gonna connect us up. 3 years we've been waiting for help. 3 years! And they sent us one guy who's... Shit. Tell me you brought more than the Oxy, at least.
I've got the Cupid.
You... Really? So it's true. They finally got it working. Well, then you just might be the answer to my prayers. So what are you waiting for? You put us on the goddamn grid. Connection to Capital Knot City confirmed. It's really happening. Just like Amelie promised. We can finally do what we came here to do. Hey, you're headed west, right? Gonna be a lot of people happy to see you. Guess you'll keep on till you hit the coast, huh? Which means you'll get to see Amelie in person. Oh, that's something. That is really something. Me, I've never met her. Only seen her holo messages back when I was with the first expedition. Well, anyway, you best be careful on the road. There's some bad people out there. More than good, some say. But I don't need to tell you that.
Thank you, Sam. By bringing that way station into the Chiral network, you've put it in direct contact with those of us back here in Capital Knot City.
Right. What's next?
West of the way station are a couple of structures our previous expedition put in place. And beyond them is your next destination, Port Knot City. It's on the shore of a crater lake that formed after the first void out. Your objective is to link up Port and Capital Knot. But to do that, you'll need to utilize our facilities as additional waypoints. They'll be essential for establishing a stable connection. Given the distance we need to cover, we're looking at using a distribution center and a power station, as to which you should head for first. Start with the distro center. We've got some cargo that needs delivering anyway. Check the nearby delivery terminal to pick it up.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
Name's Sam.
Your hard work's paying off, Sam. Thanks to the increase in network capacity, HQ is now in a position to provide you with additional materials and support. Should prove useful. Sam, you can use that PCC to build a post box. Your private locker can be used to store cargo and the like. You'll be delivering supplies for a Chiral printer. The distro center you're going to has one. First expedition set it up. On its own, it's no different from your run-of-the-mill 3D printer. Connected, though, it can utilize Chiral network data to reproduce all kinds of things. And you can imagine how handy that might be. Now, I know I don't need to tell you, but steer clear of any BTs you find out there. Avoid out's the last thing we need.
Sam, it's Hartman. Void outs occur when the living of our world come into contact with beached things. The reaction is similar to what a physicist would call an annihilation, when a subatomic particle collides with its antiparticle. Alas, there ends our understanding. Why do the dead transform into BTs? Why are void outs only triggered by human contact? And why are people like you able to return seemingly unscathed? No one knows. Yet it cannot be a coincidence that these phenomena were observed only after we discovered the beach and bridged this world and the next. Anyway, to reiterate, the only reliable means by which you can prevent a void out is to stay far, far away from BTs.
Sam, if you're in the middle of a run and decide you need to secure your cargo temporarily or entrust it to another porter, you'll want to make use of a post box. In addition to cargo, post boxes can also be used to share gear and weapons, if you're so inclined. Now, I'm sure you've used them before, but humor me and build one. Maybe between Capital Knot and that way station. If you're lacking a PCC, I'm afraid you'll just have to scrounge it up yourself.
postbox, you'll need to use a PCC. It goes without saying, but if you're not already carrying a PCC, you'll want to fabricate one. Sam, assuming you've got your PCC in order, head to the site I designated and build that postbox, would you? You should have no trouble finding it if you check your map and compass from time to time. Arrived at the designated site. Good. When you're ready to proceed, activate your PCC. Use it to build a postbox within the area I specified. Good work, Sam. That's a fine-looking postbox. If you access it and select Share Locker, you can share cargo and equipment with your fellow porters. Deposit a ladder and a climbing anchor, and I'm sure someone will eventually come along who could use it. If you've got enough supplies, why not leave some behind? Do right by others, do right by you.
Come on.
Beginning scan. Scanning traces ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
Good work, Sam. I see you brought in some lost cargo. Feel free to submit it here for processing. If you come across any more while out on a run and don't think you can carry it to its destination, you can always put it in storage. It'll be safe and secure until another porter comes along to finish the job. Even if it has to pass through a dozen more hands before it arrives, you can rest easy knowing you did your part.
Delivering cargo.
I'm so glad you're here. Gotta say, you truly are incredible.
Good work.
どうすっかな。
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Cargo's been pinged. Move. Now, before someone has eyes on you. Get to your destination ASAP if you don't want to get caught.
Oh. He's toppled over. You!
Sam, don't get too close to mule territory unless you have to. Focus on your deliveries for now.
Sam? I don't know. Kid doesn't look so hot.
Nothing to worry about. Its functions are temporarily suspended, but they can be restored. I can perform the necessary maintenance at a distribution center. Hurry, though.
When the strain on your BB exceeds sustainable levels, it triggers the production of harmful compounds, and the body, in essence, begins to attack itself. It's called autotoxemia. If your BB's not performing to spec, drop by your private room and see if the incubator helps.
Hey! Anyone?
半生。王様お疲れ様です。昨日の続きちょっとやってます。ずーっとなんていうか、 これ少しでも進めとかないと、ゲームとして面白い部分までたどり着けないんで。まあ夜は、アイスボーンやるんで、ぜひぜひ。とりあえずこれは、7時ぐらいまでかな。7時ぐらいまでやって、風呂飯食ってって感じですね、今日は。風呂飯食ってからアイスボーンって感じです。まあ、とりあえず、まあ、ストーリーは、おっと危ない危ない。まあ、後から追ってきてくれればって感じです。もし。
掃除しながら見ますわ。
ああ、全然大丈夫です。はい。ね。もう垂れ流しで大丈夫です。俺もほとんど喋んないんで。
やってますな。
ああ。
今、娘の病院に付き添ってるので、音は聞こえないどね
ああ、はい、マジっすか。お疲れ様です。
王様こんちは。
おっと、ちょっと待って。変なとこにはしご。はい、ありがとうございます。はい。まあ、ほぼ垂れ流しですよ。まあ、ポツさんも。波線。ポツさんも今日夜アイスボーンやるんで、ぜひぜひ、ご都合合えば。あ、やばい。あー、ミスった。やっちった。あれ。
ようわからんけど娘さんお大事に。
あ、危ね。中身は傷ついてない。そうですね。お大事にしてください。病院って、そうですね。よく考えたら病院ってやばいです。とりあえずゲームとして面白い部分までたどり着くまでは、無言でムービー垂れ流す勢いでやっていきます。
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons. Decontaminating suit. Rest is advised.
まあ、このゲームね、序盤が難しいんでね。序盤が一番退屈と言っても過言ではない。
Second expedition, right? The guy expanding the chiral network on his lonesome. When he's not out making deliveries. So what'd you bring us? Let's see it. Talk about above and beyond. Thanks. Must have had to pass through BT territory to get here too, didn't you? Hey, you weren't joking when they said you were a legend.
まあ、基本やってることは昨日と変わりないです。荷物届けるだけです。
喉痛いらしい。
それは結構、あれじゃないですか。症状にもよりますけど。大変ですね。何もなければいいですけど。
検査してきたけどコロナじゃなかったとのこと。
ああ、じゃあ大丈夫っすね。大事ではないっぽいですね。よかったよかった。
Sam, as always, thanks for bringing more folks into the UCA.
機能が追加。配送端末で武器作成。
時期的なものですかね。
まあ、そうですね。花粉症的な。俺も、あんま、この時期は、鼻喉の調子は悪いっす。大体。
And with those materials you brought for our chiral printer, we can produce supplies for you here as needed. Think of it as our way of returning the favor. Now head west and keep on doing what you do.
Good. The distro center is on the network.
Sam, do me a favor. Take your BB to a private room and connect it to the incubator.
Good work.
休み。あれ丸か。
Your work is greatly.
昨日暑くて布団かけないで寝てたから風邪ひいたと思われる W。
ああ、なるほどね。
Dead man, you there? Little help.
Okay, Sam.
まあ、俺も扇風機つけながら寝てます、今は。結構喉ガラガラんだよね、いつも。
最近寒暖差激しいから。
ほんとマジで、いつ風邪ひいてもおかしくないですよ。
It's in.
Good. A temporary excessive stress. Easily addressed if we return it to its mother's womb.
Mother?
Located in the capital Knot City ICU. Brain dead, of course.
You mean still mother?
Correct. A still mother's womb facilitates a connection between the world of the dead and the BB. And you, in turn, connect yourself to a BB, granting you the ability to sense BTs. These pods were designed to simulate the conditions inside a still mother's womb. BBs need to believe they're in one at all times to function properly. However, we can only maintain this deception for so long, which is why we must periodically update the environmental data by synchronizing it with a still mother via the chiral network. There. The update is in progress. Right now, the pod is synchronizing with the still mother in capital Knot City and reconfiguring its settings based on the latest data. Returning your BB to the womb in this manner will temporarily reduce its stress levels. That being where it technically belongs, of course.
Kid looks happy.
I'll try adjusting the oxytocin dosage. Autotoxemia should...
トゲおじ今日夜なんかやるん？チャットで返答を求む。
あ、別に全然、喋ってても大丈夫ですけど、アイスボーンやる予定です、今日は。あ、声が聞こえないんか。
A process that renders them unpredictable and prone to failure. No BB on record has remained in service for over a year. It may need to be retired before this expedition is over.
And then? You saying there's no way to keep my BB alive?
アイスボーンの予定です。
You must understand, there is still a great deal we don't know about BBs. As we expand the chiral network and recover more past data, perhaps we'll find our answers. Oh, right. You asked me to look into why the BTs might be reacting to your blood.
ありがとう。
I spoke with Hartman. We should have your results soon. Anyway, get some rest. You and your BB are both exhausted.
Good night, Sam.
これ19時くらいまでやって、風呂飯行くのでその後配信予定です。そういやあの後きっちりミラくんボコったよ。
ああ、ナイスです。さすが。まあなんか、中途半端に一人より、中途半端に3人より、一人の方がまあ、やりやすいかもしんないです。絶対。
How are things over there?
Still not under guard. Still not chained up. Still can't leave. But if you can keep making connections, if you can get to me, we can go back east, back home. Thank you. I mean that. It's bad. There are fewer and fewer people in the cities these days. No one's having children anymore. But humans aren't made for living alone. They're supposed to come together, to help one another. And if we as a people can't do that, if we can't reconnect, then, well, it's like Bridget said, extinction.
Come on. Rebuilding America isn't gonna get rid of the BTs. As long as they're still around, there's no escaping it.
But at least we'll have hope. I'll be waiting, Sam. Waiting for you. Come and find me.
Hello, Sam. This is Hartman. Since you're awake, it might behoove you to freshen up. To that end, why not take a shower? It's good for the body and soul, and also my research as it happens.
Sam, this is Hartman. Deadman relayed your request to me, as I oversee BT research. I'll be taking a sample of your shower water in order to study the effects your bodily fluids might have on a BT.
Study other people with dooms?
Everyone in Bridges, myself and Mama. Results thus far are inconclusive. But you possess other singular qualities, being a repatriate as well. I must confess to a measure of optimism.
Processing fluids. Waste products. Chirelli. Dispensing.
There. Take the sample with you. Should the opportunity arise, try using it on a BT. I'm curious to see how they react. Who knows? It may even prove beneficial to you. There was an old research paper detailing the effects of bodily fluids from individuals like us on BTs. It is only by recovering these materials that we can unearth the knowledge of the past. Not just the Death Stranding, but also the mystery of your body's unique properties and even our doom's affliction. There may well be hope for humanity. Sam, I have no interest in rebuilding America. I want to recover the past. 5, 4, it's almost time.
After you make your connections and nothing happens, then what? I said, then what?
Sam, sorry to bother you while you're taking a break, but I figured you'd want to hear this. Hell, maybe it'll help you rest easier. We received a number of messages addressed to you. I've not taken a look myself, but I gather they're mostly from your clients. You should see if they contain any useful information. Mail can be accessed via your cufflinks, as well as the terminal in your private room. There's something else I'd like to share with you. With the Chiral network, we now have the power to reclaim our past. Data once thought lost forever from every corner of America can be pieced back together from fragmented records. Our archives are still a work in progress, of course. But as we expand the network and integrate more way stations and cities, we'll be able to recover more and more information, such as the previous expedition's logs and reports. Everything they sent back was lost when Central Knot City was destroyed. Now we've managed to restore some already, in fact. You can access them from a private room terminal or your cufflinks by selecting Archives. Might make for interesting reading.
よし。まあ、メールは別に見なくても今は大丈夫なんで。なんだっけ。こうか。モンスター飲んでスキップしよう。で、出ると
everything in your power to save BB.
We are. But we cannot release your son just yet. Believe me when I tell you it's for the best.
Says the woman in the mask who's done nothing but lie to me.
Sam, there's something I forgot to tell you. It's about managing your BB stress levels and reducing the risk of autotoxemic attacks. There are a few things you can do if your BB starts showing signs of distress.
Such as?
Such as take a moment to look after it. Cradle the pod, gently rock it, that sort of thing. Out of curiosity, how's it doing at the moment?
Before I answer that...
Something wrong?
When I hook up my BB, I see things.
What kind of things?
Like a face, someone I don't know, calling to me. There's this room, too, with other people talking, but I can't make out the words.
Bleed-through effect. Didn't I warn you about this? You're mistaking the BB's memories for your own. They're false flashbacks, nothing more. Let me explain. A BB is harvested from its steel mother at around 28 weeks and placed in a pod. To be clear, this is before it's even born. The procedure halts its development. But even at 28 weeks, its sensory systems have matured enough to process external stimuli. It is more than capable of encoding this information into memories. which can bleed into yours via your connection.
So who's the man I saw?
Someone from the medical team, maybe? Or a BB technician? Does it matter? The BB has been in circulation for a while now. It's been handled by a lot of people. How should I know which one made an impression?
'Cause you're the expert.
No one's an expert, Sam. BBs were developed decades ago in secret. They're your quintessential black boxes. We may use them, but we don't truly understand them. Believe me, I've been trying to learn more, but almost all of the old records are gone. If I find anything out, I'll tell you, all right? Dead man's honor.
While you're resting, I ran some network diagnostics. Corellium monitoring and holographic systems are nominal. Unfortunately, our printer is offline. I know. After all the trouble you went through to bring us those materials. This one's on us. We ordered a part a while back, but it never arrived. The printer needs it to communicate with the chiral network. Mules must have snatched it, caught that porter en route or something. If I'm right, they'll have taken it to their drop site, which is smack dab in the middle of their territory. Don't suppose you'd be up for stealing us our property back? Can't think of anyone more qualified than you.
Heads up, Sam. Distro Center staff's got a favor to ask. Probably best I start from the beginning.
This one's on us. We ordered a part a while back, but it never arrived. The printer...
トゲトゲさん。皆さんこんばんは。これから帰宅
お
番。
お疲れ様です、ケンちゃん。そうですね、昨日のゲームの続きやってます。お疲れ様です。ケンちゃん今日はアイスボーンやる予定なんで、もしよかったらお願いします。ミュール。これ行きましょうかね。一応こっちも説明聞いて。
Distro Center has produced a significant quantity of chiral crystals. Matter of fact, that's where the chiralium used in your Cupid's internal circuitry came from. They have a range of applications, including equipment fabrication. Bottom line, they're a valuable resource and one you'll want to make the most of. I'll let Hartman explain in more detail, but chiral crystals don't exactly grow on trees. If you see any deposits, you should go out of your way to gather them, especially since folks with dooms are the only ones that can, provided they have the necessary equipment, that is. I'll see that it's added to your supplies for this order.
Sam, it's Hartman. Following the discovery of the beach, we not only began to observe heretofore unseen phenomena, but a new type of matter, chiralium. I say new, but it has doubtlessly existed since the dawn of the universe. We believe it was always there, like dark matter and certain particles, ever present, yet overlooked because we lacked the capacity to see it. Chiralium appears to be unbound by the constraints of physics as we understand them. It can stop time or move contrary to it. On occasion, it even defies gravity. In practical terms, it can stop or even reverse time and causes objects to float. A special cylindrical case is required to collect and store it. Suffice it to say, the procurement of samples is vital to our ongoing research.
よし。これも受けて。ちなみに説明で出てきたミュールっていうのは、まあ、敵ですね。簡単に言うと。人間の敵です。まあ、簡単に言うと荷物を奪ってきます。で、今からそいつらの、そのミュールっていうやつのアジトに突っ込みに行きます。
That thing you're holding is a crystal collector. As the name suggests, it provides secure storage for any crystals you gather.
Allow me to describe your quarry. Chiral crystals appear gold to the naked eye and are frequently found in formations resembling human handprints. Surrounding rocks and debris tend to float a few feet above the ground. and they are most commonly found in areas with high precipitation. Got all that? Rain, floating rocks, golden handprints. That's your trifecta. Look for these three things and you'll find the crystals. If you've been especially observant, then perhaps you already know where to look.
Order assigned.
ミュールのアジト行くから、ちょっと待ってよ。こいつは預ける。これも預けよう。キャンセルじゃない。落とし物。この辺を飛ばして。ダメか。作れないか、武器はまだ。よし。だって。これだ。よっしゃ。シャミュールを倒しに行きます。どっちだ。
Weapons restrictions lifted. Beginning scan. Weapons restrictions lifted.
ちょっと荷物回収しに行って。いいや。
Call it a rule or a habit, but most mules almost always bring stolen shipments home with them. Find the post box, steal back the cargo. Simple as that. But be careful, these guys are armed. If this goes sideways, be ready to fight.
There we go.
What am I?仕方ね。はしご作ってないか。
Remember, Sam, before you approach the mule drop site, we recommend you use a watchtower to confirm the location of the post box containing our cargo.
Oh, やばい、見つかった。もういいや、突っ込んでこう。
Mule drop sites are rarely deserted, so remaining undetected is key. Keep a low profile and move slowly to minimize noise.
見つかった。あれだ。あ、やばい。来る来る。あ、やばい。いって。よし。よし。何人だ。あれ。武器がないな。いって。よし。よし。よし、終わりか。
Been busy? Seems all the mules in your vicinity have been incapacitated.
あ、これだ。こいつは。ちょっと重いな、まだ。あ、でも近いからいいかな。あ、いや、置いとこう。オッケー。帰ろう。あともう一個、なんだっけな。カイナル結晶。か。ああ、反対側だな。とりあえず一旦帰ろう。よし、危ね危ね。
There we go. Yeah. ほいほいほい。勝利を。
chasing a cargo high. Shame we gotta deal with their bullshit at all. Back in the day, AI did everything. Deliveries were handled by unmanned vehicles and drones. And all we had to do was sit back and let them work. It was revolutionary. Damn near singularity. No reason for it not to take off. But it didn't. People didn't like it when we took the human element out of the service industry. So, after some consideration, we put it back in. Made jobs no one really needed, gave them to folks who couldn't live without them. And from there, it snowballed. Now we got cults of cargoes chasing crazies who get off with hijacking shipments. Jackal's always on the lookout for the next porter. Make sure you're not him.
Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
Sam, Kylo crystal deliveries are a little different from usual. The process is pretty simple, though. Access the delivery terminal to drop off any Kylo crystals you're carrying.
Time to get that chiral printer in working order. Sorry to push you through so much trouble, but trust me, it'll be worth it. Excellent. The unit doesn't have a scratch on it. Never doubted you'd come through for us.
Sam, how are your shoes holding up? Not too well, I imagine, conditions being what they are out there. Nothing ruins your day like shoes falling apart while you're on the job. Carry on like that, and it's only a matter of time before you injure yourself. I've arranged for boots to be added to your supplies. Bridges standard issue, so they ought to fit you fine. You should always carry an extra pair. But if you forget or run into trouble, you can fabricate another via a terminal at one of our many facilities. Good work, Sam. It seems your connection level is increasing. As your connection level increases, larger quantities of resources will be made available to you at our facilities.
Okay.
See you around.
Congratulations, Sam. I understand you now have access to a chiral printer. An extraordinarily useful device that can only function because of the manner in which our network utilizes the beach, enabling us to transfer massive volumes of data instantaneously. Since under normal circumstances, such transfers would take hours, if not days, some have speculated that the chiral network might, in essence, be a time machine. That it is transmitting data into the past. Suffice it to say, we have yet to fully grasp the fundamental nature of the network and the beach which we have come to rely on. One might liken our relationship with it to that of primitive man's with fire. Is it useful? Quite. Is it dangerous? Undeniably so. Nevertheless, we have decided that the reward outweighs the risk. Furthermore, as the BTs are linked to the beach, it stands to reason that further study and experimentation could be of considerable benefit. The same could be said regarding you, of course. Rest assured, I will keep you apprised of what I learn. You have my word.
Good work.
よし、7時か。あと1個みんなやって終わりかな。
Still got work to do, Sam. Let's not keep people waiting.
Keep on keeping on.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
全部新聞しとくか。 ういっういっす。よし。あ、こんなトロフィーあったね。渡れるか、これ。やべ。BT の地帯に入った。ああ、危ねえ、ギリギリ渡る。
帰宅したわ。
お疲れ様です。あと、そうですね。1個任務クリアしたら、とりあえずこれは終わりにしようかなってぐらいです。どれだ。カイラル結晶回収。まあ、この細かいのを回収するっていう、今任務なんですけど。この細かい結晶。あ、やばい。やばいやばい。あるだ。なんでも、危ない危ない。あれだ。あ、終わった終わった。あとは帰るだけ。 ますよ。やばい。やばいやばいやばい。やばい。帰る帰る。やばい、めっちゃストレス溜まってる。あ、まだいるんだ、こっち。やばい。やばい、倒れる。引きずり込まれる。耐えろ耐えろ耐えろ耐えろ。やばい。危ね危ね。切り切りたい。流されていこうか。よし。オッケーオッケー、反対側つって。
ようやく一段落。
ああ、そう。ストレス掃除、王様の掃除、終わった。まあ、俺も、任務がちょうどいいとこまで行ったんで。とりあえず今日は、ここまでにします。あれ、バイクある。あれ、もう乗れんのか？まだ乗れないや、これ。
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Decontaminating suit. Rest advised. Have a pleasant journey.
素材じゃない。リサイクルか。で、全部リサイクルしちゃう。全部はできない。よし。Okay.
Got some chiral crystals for us? These crystals only form in places with elevated chiralium levels, which makes me wonder if expanding the network had something to do with it. Damn, son. That is a lot of crystals. Maintenance and R&D will both get their fill, looks like.
Case repair.
Excess chiral crystals can be deposited at any facility. They'll be added to the stores held on site. These local stores include materials that you can draw upon to fabricate equipment as needed.
よし。
Oh, before I forget, this is for you.
That's container repair spray for patching up cargo containers. Good for dealing with timefall degradation and all that. Useful stuff if you and your cargo have been through the ringer. We've added it to your supplies list, so it's readily available if and when you need it.
まあ簡単に言うと、ケースの耐久力と中身の耐久っていうのがあるんですけど、これはケースの耐久力を復活させるスプレーですね。雨が降ってるとケースが劣化しちゃうんで、ケースが劣化してきたら、このスプレー吹っかけて耐久性を上げるって感じです。簡単な解説でした。よし、多彩的化して。
There is a correlation between elevated Corellium levels and increased crystal formation. This may well be the result of the network's expansion. You needn't worry though. Local chiral density is still within an acceptable range. If you find any more, be sure to collect it. You'll be well rewarded.
If you come into more chiral crystals, you can submit them at one of our facilities. And you can deposit other resources too, along with any items you don't need. Everything has its value. What we don't use as is can be broken down into components for R&D and other applications.
うっす。じゃあ、そうっすね。今日はとりあえずこんぐらいですかね。よし。このバイクまだ乗れないんだよな。まあ、今後こういうバイクとかも開発できるようになるんで、そしたらバイク乗ります。じゃあ、とりあえずは部屋で休んで終わりにしようかな。丸だ。ここら辺はスキップしよう。この辺はいつも同じなんで、スキップしちゃいます。よし。じゃあ、基地に戻ってきたところで、今日は一旦終わりです。ちょっと風呂飯行った後にアイスボーンやるんで、やる予定なので、遅くても9時までには始められるんじゃないかと思います。じゃあ、すいません。今日はここまでです。配信を終わります。お疲れ様です。ちょっとセーブしよう。その前に。
飯作ってたからコメントできんかった。
まあ、そんな感じだと思いました。はい。とりあえず今日は、ここまでです。で、この後、アイスボーンやります。この後つうか、俺も風呂飯行って、からアイスボーンですね。遅くても9時ぐらいまでには始められると思います。ので、よかったらよろしくお願いします。じゃあ、配信を終了します。お疲れ様でした。
オッケー。
じゃあ、失礼します。